Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the stream, everyone. How we doing? Great to see you. Thank you very much for joining. We've got... Oh, we are filled up in the stream already. Save, how we doing, mate?
I'm all right, thanks, Dave. Yeah, all good, all good.
Yeah, let me whack my screen on there. We've finally got a Bitcoin movement, finally. After about 8 days or whatever it is, inside that range again. We finally got movement. And I'm interested to see what happens today, yeah? I'm interested to see what you guys think as well. But, I mean, just a quick summary of what I think might happen from here is I think we're probably going to get a lot of people trying to short this first move out. I'm expecting it to carry on, I think, towards 98, maybe even towards 100. But I think, yeah, we'll probably get a lot of people trying to be a bit early and short the first move out of this range, which, as you can see, it looks like it's maybe potentially coiling up to go again. We'll also, of course, take a wider look at it, where Bitcoin may be moving to as it grinds higher. We'll also get, obviously, Save with Crypto's opinion. Is his trade still open? We'll find out if they are. He is printing, no doubt. But we've got Reggie Man in the chat. We've got Mr. Delta. How we doing to you? I think we're seeing too much of you. We might have to ban you soon. We'll have to ban him from the chat again. I'm only messing. Who else we got? We've got Lee Scully. How we doing? How we doing? And John Brown. Great to see everyone. Big up anyone who's joining the stream. Great to see you all. And yeah, we'll get kicking off. But first of all, mate, how are you? Obviously, you know, not a long time no see. Only yesterday, but we've finally got some movement.
Yeah,
and obviously, probably the burning question on everyone's lips: are your trades still open?
Yeah. What?
Oh, you little saucy bugger!
The Bybit one I've still left, so that's open from like quite low down.
Yeah.
And then the Bit Unix one, I did take a little bit of profit, which was something I set the other day at 65,727, I think it was. No, sorry, it's not 65. 95,727. So I took a little bit then, and then I decided to add it back in at 96k. So my position size has gone quite big now. I can show you. I can show you in a bit, because what I think is interesting, right, is the I've got. In fact, shall I show you now so I can?
Whatever you want, mate. It's up to you. No doubt. The viewers will like to see now or later. So it's completely up to you, mate.
Let me just fiddle around for a second.
Well, I'll tell you what. While we are waiting on that, let's go and have a look to see who's done the duty so far. I've got 31 people and 9 likes. To be fair, 9 likes is quite good. Off your own back. Do take a second to go and like the stream, please. It only takes 2 seconds for you to scroll down and hit the like button. But let's get this past 20 likes in the next minute or so. Please do drop a like.
Well, 31 people's not bad, is it?
31 people's really good, yeah, for this early on in the stream. Normally it takes about half an hour or so to warm up for people to jump in. But yeah, you loyal people, loyal subscribers, absolute legends. Big thank you for jumping in straight away.
Nice. How'd you get on at the dentist yesterday?
All good, mate. All good. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I got a funny story about that actually.
Right.
So, over the past couple of months, I've had like this patch develop on my tongue.
Right.
Didn't really look like anything to worry about. So I thought, well, I've got the dentist coming up. I'll kind of firstly just see if it goes away, and if not, obviously, I'll just wait for the dentist. I think it come up about 3 months ago. And then yesterday in the morning, I obviously thought, well, I've got the dentist coming up, but you shouldn't do it, should you? The worst thing you should do is Google something, because it's always going to tell you that you're pretty much dying. But I did Google it, and it actually come up saying, you know, likelihood is it's nothing to worry about. It's probably this. But it's called like a geographical patch or something on your tongue. And pretty much what it looks like is it looks like a piece of a map. You know, when you look at a map or a globe, and then, you know, like the pieces of land on a map or a globe, it looks like that. Like the rest of your tongue is normal, and then there's just like this kind of like indented, like not indented, but it looks like a patch, but it's like smooth and stuff. But look what my camera's doing, man. You know what?
Trying to zoom up on your tongue, probably.
I know, yeah. It's thinking, what? Where's this patch? But yeah, so anyway, yeah, showing him it, and he said, oh, yeah, nothing to worry about and stuff like that. But interesting, because he said that there's actually kind of no explanation for why it shows up. It kind of like there's no treatment for it or anything. It just kind of like will go away on its own, or it might stay. But like in the dentistry industry, they don't actually know why this patch shows up on people's tongues, but it just kind of randomly does. So if anyone else has ever had that, let me know. It's called a geographical patch or something like that. So yeah, a bit of an interesting story, and that's pretty much as exciting as my Wednesday got.
So if you kind of met someone in the street, could you stick your tongue out and they could navigate the way home with your tongue?
Well, I don't know. I'm actually going out on the beers tomorrow, so I'll try and find my way home using my tongue. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, well, I've never heard of that. Geographical tongue?
It's called like a geographical map or something, or a geographical patch or something.
That does sound like your dentist's been Googling it, though, doesn't it? You know.
Well, he did actually Google it in front of me and show me what it was.
Well, this is the thing, you see. I remember
He didn't Google what is it. He Googled like what it's called and showed me it, and he was like, yeah, like this, yeah, like this is what it is and stuff like that.
Oh right, okay. I mean, they always say that about doctors and things, but I kind of, well, I don't know. It was quite a few years ago now, and there was my youngest daughter. She had this kind of like red blotches all over her. It was a bit weird. We couldn't work out what it was, so we took her to the doctors in France, obviously. But he only had like 2 chairs in there, and there was like my wife and my eldest daughter and my youngest daughter and me. So I didn't have anywhere to sit, so I kind of sort of hung around standing up, and I was sort of by the side of the doctor, and he sort of looked at her arms and stuff and saw all these red blobs. And then he sort of he went to Google Images and just looked up like red blobs on the skin, and then he just found something that looked similar. He said, "Oh, it's that." I thought I could do that, and it wouldn't cost me €26, to sort of anyway. But so I think even doctors like Google problems anyway. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I've actually found ChatGPT is quite good. If you say like, I've got this weird ache between my shoulder blades, what is it? And they said, oh, have you been doing this and that and that? And it's as good as a doctor now, I reckon.
Yeah.
And,
it kind of is, isn't it?
I'm totally blown away with all this AI stuff,
Like it kind of actually is as good as. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna have to do something about this camera, but it kind of is as good as pretty much just having you've got like a doctor, you've got like a lawyer, you've got a police officer, you've got whatever, literally within your fingertips, haven't you? You've got pretty much everything.
Yeah, well, get this right. I mean, this memo came around from my daughter's school saying, too many kids are using AI to do the homework and all that sort of stuff, So I said to my daughter, I said, do you do that? And she said, no, I don't, but this is what I've been using it for. And this is brilliant. So she's revising for her GCSEs at the moment, right? And the one subject she finds difficult is English language, because she was never taught that in France as a subject like that, So she finds that quite difficult, So she's been doing a few past papers, which she's doing by hand, writing by hand, and then she's been taking photos of them, sticking it into ChatGPT, and said, "Can you mark this as if it was the AQS exam board?" And GPT marks it for her, and it says, "Okay, you've got 72%. Do you want to know how you could improve it?" And
it's insane, isn't it?
And so she goes, "Yeah," and it said, "Well, you need to do this. You need to structure this sentence a little bit different." And it tells her what to learn to get a better mark. Now, if that isn't a genius, well, obviously she's my daughter, of course, but if that isn't a genius use of AI, I don't know what isn't.
Well, it's that's exactly what AI should kind of be used for and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not to kind of Google if I put a hot dog in a kettle and boil it, will it be fine to eat or something? You know what I mean? I don't know where that come from, but I just thought it's just the most random thing I could think of.
Chicken man. What's his name? He's not here anymore, is he? What's he called?
Oh, not boiled chicken man. ICT. No, he pops in every now and again. We got Chopsy in. How we doing, the legend Chopsy? Does your dentist take Bitcoin? I don't think he does. No. I paid in fiat. Come on, CAVA Stonksy indicator.
Oh, ça va. It's
you two speaking French to each other.
Bah oui.
Lee's being quite rude there. I don't lick cats, Lee. I don't know about you, mate, but I don't go around the street licking random cats.
I don't think he means cats, actually.
I don't think he does, no, but that's what we'll take it as, because that is far too inappropriate for the stream. Sean said it sounds like another name for an STD. Definitely not. But we do have Mr. Graveby over on X. Thank you very much for joining, mate. Great to see you. Thank you for commenting as well. Do make sure as well, mate. I know you're watching on X. Big up the X viewers over there, but do make sure, if you haven't already, pop over to the YouTube channel when you get a second and do drop a subscribe. I think we must only be about 10, 15 subscribers away from 2K now, so not far away at all. And yeah, obviously it would help us out massively. But yeah, are you done teasing us yet, mate? Or are you going to show us this trade?
Oh no, yeah, well, yeah, okay. So
He's teasing
one,
us, chat, and he's teasing us.
right. So this one is a Bybit trade. This is one that I was talking about. Oh, when was it now? It was 2 weeks ago tomorrow, wasn't it? So it was like 2 Fridays ago. And I was saying I'm going to go long now because my EMA thingies were crossing over on the 1 hour time frame. So I went long at it was about here. It was a little bit lower. It was about 85,000, I think it was. So my entry is 86,000, and margin not $984. So it's not, it's reasonably large, but not stupid large.
Yeah.
I did go 25x leverage because I was so sure about it. Actually, it's not quite true. Actually, I think I started off in 10, and then when it was about 5% of profit, I increased the leverage, and then used that margin to average back in, which is why my entry price is a little bit more. Anyway, consequently, I'm I can do one of those thingies, can I? So I'm 248% in profit, which is very, very nice. That's whatever that is in Bitcoin, which is $2,472, which is quite nice, isn't it?
That is fantastic. I mean, that is literally your new MacBook there, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, and a big screen,
and some more probably, yeah.
so that's really nice because I've actually got a trailing stop loss as well, but yeah, so my stop loss is right down here. My entry is there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all fairly safe. But this one I'm going to sort of leave because what I always do is fiddle with my trades.
Yeah.
And when I do that, I end up moving the entry price up. And then when you get like a big fluctuation, I normally don't know what to do. And I usually the trade will hit a stop loss or something, and that'll be the end of that. I mean, I normally make a reasonable amount of money, but what I really want us to be up at 120 grand and me to be able to still say I've got this trade open from 86. I think that'd be quite a fun thing to do,
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's that, and then also if I show you this one here, so this one's on BitUnix.
Look at that. I mean, the key thing to note there as well is a lot of people will be directed towards the unrealized, but you've already realized 685, haven't you?
I have indeed.
So at the moment, that's as pretty much as big, nearly as a trade as your other one, isn't it? Really?
Well, it is really because this one started off with a similar kind of margin. I think this was about 780 USDT. I think it was. And then what I've done on the way up, as it's gone up, I've taken bits of profit and then I pull back and put it back in. So consequently, the margin I'm trading with now is 1649, which is obviously a lot more than I started with. It's about twice what I started with, to be honest. Which means now that my position size is like 42 grand, whereas compare that with the one on Bybit. The one on Bybit, the position size is only 22 grand,
Yeah.
So I'm actually playing with a lot larger position size now. Hang on. Come back to that one. But consequently, the entry price is not as good. The entry price here is now 92.5K, So it's still a reasonable distance away. But yeah, not too bad. And I did take a little bit of profit this morning. You can see that B there.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not a B. Sorry, it is a B. Didn't show where I sold. Why hasn't it got an S where I sold?
Should do, I think, shouldn't it? No.
Thought it did.
No, I mustn't do. No.
That's weird. Well, I definitely did take some profit anyway.
Yeah.
So I took about $300 profit this morning. I had a bit from yesterday as well. So when it pulled back to 96K, I added to the position. So yet again, it sort of moved the entry price up a little bit more, but I've got a stop loss there, so it's all protected. That's all cool. Yeah. So and yeah, as you say, I've got a realized profit there of 685, and this one's currently 1,670 bucks in profit. 102%. They're quite funny, these things you get here on this video.
Oh, I'll take good. Yeah,
quite nice, aren't they?
I like the first two. It's got no relevance to crypto at all, but it's great.
To me to do that. Ooh.
Oh, look at all his money! Quick, look at all his money.
Well, that's it, really. It's all in that trade.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm very, very happy. What I did yesterday, as you left the building, what I did was I was trying to find the bottom as it was sort of dumping, just after you went off to the dentist, and I didn't do it very well, actually. So wasn't too bad. In fact, in retrospect, it would have been great if I'd have kept it open, because it was, where was it? It was
yeah, because we had that huge dump, didn't we, following the employment data, and it was really bad GDP data as well. So wasn't great for US data yesterday at all.
No, it wasn't good at all.
Everything has bounced hugely, hasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, so I think I kind of went into a long about here, and then of course it went a lot further down, really. So I didn't do that brilliant, but I got out this morning, and I just got out with a bit, a little profit, and I made a video about it,
Yeah.
And it was all right. It was all right. I think what I've learned now, though, is if your entry's rubbish, then don't hang on to it. If it's painful, just get rid of it and then wait for another opportunity. That said, I did enter a tiny little long this morning. I'm just 3% up there, $10. But I was going to play with this round about the open time, just in case we get any pullbacks or anything. In fact, I might even close this now. In fact, I'm gonna. There you go. Close that.
Oh, there you go. Big $10 there.
And I'm going to get rid of that, and then I might do something with that later on. This is actually the account that I was going to use for the low frequency bot, but I'm going to wait until Dean's finished his strategy. But so this was actually $480 on Saturday. So I've got that up to 722 now, which I'm quite pleased about. So
yeah, that is superb.
I'll tell you what, even as well, right? This is a bit of a weird one. This is on MEXC. This is an exchange that they asked me to try out, and I said I'll do it if you give me some money. And they gave me $100 trading bonus. So I haven't put any money at all in this account, So I've actually got a short open there, which I think is probably a stupid idea, but it's only 3 cents down. It's
going to eat into your account, that, mate.
In fact, I might even just reverse the bloody thing. Can Edward do that? God. I'll tell you what, I'm. Go on,
Are you going to be able to keep that money that you realise then? Probably will be, won't you?
Yeah. I mean, the way it normally works for those things, you normally sort of, keep them going for a few weeks, and then usually any losses you make, that comes out of the trading bonus. So what you find is after about a month, if you've done a reasonable amount of trades, usually all the money is yours.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of earn it if you like, but yeah, I can't see a way to reverse. Oh, you can reverse. Okay, make sure I reverse the right one. So 20x short. Right, I'm going to reverse that. Never done this on this one. $9 that position. Right. Okay. Right. Good. So that one, that's all right. I mean, I think I went into that the day before yesterday. That was. So out of the $100 I've got, Where does it show it? There you go. So out of the $100, I'm up to 182 now. So that's since Sunday. So not doing too bad really. And that was mostly just using your 5-minute idea.
Oh yeah. So can I claim the credit for that?
Yeah, I might buy you a pint out of that.
Well, send it over to me because I'm going out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, sorry. Tomorrow's oh, there's me getting ahead of myself. Tomorrow's Friday, Saturday. I mean, not tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm sure everyone was getting excited then, thinking, "Is it the weekend tomorrow already?" No, unfortunately not, guys. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, I mean, super. Do you know what I like about you is that you, instead of like kind of opening one trade, using all your margin and stuff like that, you have like loads of different trades going on at the same time, don't you?
I was thinking about this actually, and yeah. Well, thank you. Is that the only thing you like about me?
No, one of many things, but I would say it's definitely up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think it's probably, it's. I do like the idea of having a few different exchanges that you use for sort of different things. Like I like the idea of the Bybit one that I'm not going to really touch unless something radically horrible happens.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and I'm just interested in comparing exchanges as well, because a lot of people say, well, you get a lot of YouTubers who say, oh, this is a great exchange, it's the world leading thing, it's the best exchange ever, and you go to use it and you think, no, it's actually crap. It's just, you're just saying that because you're getting a good kickback from it, or they've given you some money to say that. So I actually want to explore all the different exchanges and actually see what is good and what's bad. And I can pretty much, with every exchange, I can tell you something good and bad about it, about every exchange, and because they're all slightly different, and they're all, some are a bit weird, some are, some just have features that are just missing. That weeks one, I think, that everyone talks about. Everyone says, "Oh, it's the best exchange ever." Hasn't got a trading stop loss, and that's kind of a feature that I really like.
Yeah.
If it
you was the one that got BLOFIN to add one, wasn't you?
I was the one who got them to make it work properly, because it didn't work properly.
Oh, that was it, to drag it. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. To be able to drag it. Yeah.
Yeah, and these people are the same, a bit unique. Because I kind of know Jane, the affiliate manager there.
Yeah.
And I've got a really good relationship with her, and she's great. If I say, oh, I don't like how it does this, they say, okay, I'll have a word with the devs about it. And it takes about a month and a half, and then they say, okay, that's fixed now. And I'm like, brilliant,
Yeah.
And that's really cool. But I think a lot of exchanges do that kind of thing. If you actually say, I've got like, a few thousand subscribers, and I think they'll probably like it if it has this feature, and I think it's fairly important to them to think, well, even though he's a fairly little YouTuber, the chances are, if his audience would like that, then bigger people would like it as well, and there's that.
Don't put yourself down, mate. You're not a little YouTuber.
I'm all right.
Don't put yourself down at all.
Okay.
But we got Brucey, your favorite Australians in the chat, mate.
Bruce, are you called something different in the Discord? Because there was some guy this morning saying he was going to stop trading and go out and do a bit of surfing. Because I just assume that all Australians surf, and they all live by the sea.
Yeah. Literally nobody lives inland. Everyone's all on the coast.
I don't think they do, though, do they? I mean,
I don't know. Are you familiar with the Outback, Brucey? Have you ever been to the Outback?
He's probably wrestling a crocodile as we speak.
Probably, or maybe like a koala's like crawling through his window or something.
Yeah, such a weird country though. Like Northern Territory. There's like the population. There's like one person for every 15 square miles.
I didn't realise up until recently just how big it was.
Oh, it's enormous. It's just like
I didn't realise how big it was. So obviously, you got an idea that it's big, but I didn't realise like it was pretty much like the size of Europe.
yeah.
I think we talked about this the other day, didn't we? I think.
Well,
yeah, I didn't realise how big it was. It's insane. So yeah, is it? No, it's not. Russia's the biggest country on Earth, isn't it? I think, but it must be up there.
Oh yeah. I remember when I lived in France. So I used to go to these French lessons, and there was always like people like au pairs and stuff there. We were like from different countries, so they could learn a bit of French.
Mm-hmm.
And there was two Russian girls there, and the teacher said, "Oh, do you know each other?" And they went, "No." He said, "Oh, do you live nearby?" And they said, "We live 2,000 kilometers apart." And yeah.
There we go. HH. I don't know quite what you mean there, mate. Martini guy, TMG is not on this stream for one. And what do you mean? Why do you put your money where your mouth isn't? I don't know what you're referencing there or whatever, but for one, TMG isn't on this stream. This is Stonksy with Save a Crypto. And two, I don't know what on earth you're on about. So yeah, just a bit of clearing up there. I know Mr. Delta has asked what he's referring to, so I have no idea. But yeah, I am not TMG and neither is Save with Crypto. So there we go with that. However, maybe the confusion has come is because TMG owns Stonksy, and obviously we put the YouTube links out on his Twitter and his Telegram group. So maybe, yeah, there's a little bit of confusion probably from there. But yeah, he owns Stonksy, so all good. But I have no idea what you're on about, my friend. So there's that. What a lovely curvature up. Yeah, that was a brutal sell-off yesterday, wasn't it? But I mean, the bounce back has been great.
Yeah. Well, there was some good news today, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah, I think some deal with Ukraine and the US got signed off or something. So I think what it is now is, what is it now? I don't know, but they're all friends again. they're all friends again, and the US are going to supply weapons to Ukraine, but they've got to stop fighting or something like that. I don't know. Something. I'm not very good at this geopolitical stuff. But yeah, if anyone knows, do fill us in. But there was definitely some good news about an hour ago, which I think has helped to pump the market because everything's nicely green at the moment, isn't it?
Everything's looking juicy. We got the Wizzo. The Wizzo's in the chat saying he's tuning in from Mercedes-Benz World. So Wizzo is in Dubai. He's on tour. But wow, what a way to make us jealous, eh? Here we are, slaving away. No, it's never a chore to stream on the Stonksy channel, but yeah, Mercedes-Benz World. Okay, very nice, mate. Very nice. Enjoy yourself, but not too much. Don't enjoy yourself too much.
I don't really know what Mercedes-Benz World is. Does that mean just in Germany? Or no, it doesn't. Does it? It means Dubai, doesn't it? But
it's in Dubai. I'm guessing there's some sort of
like a shop or something.
I don't know. Or maybe there's just loads of Mercedes-Benz driving around. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, there we have it. Finally, a breakout on Bitcoin, which has been very, very nice to see. And yeah, I think we are potentially going to carry on pushing up. I wouldn't be surprised to see 97, 98k today. So we'll see how it goes. But we do have some big performers as well. Inge is up 9%. I tell you what is performing well, Wiz, and this is obviously one that Wiz is familiar with, is Aero. Aerodrome Finance is up 19% today. Over 2x, nearly 2.5x off the lows. So that is a big one that's up today. And yeah, everything else you got ETH up a couple of percent, Sol up a couple of percent. So altcoins aren't majorly following it behind. I mean, Sui's just on there in it again. Sui's giving it another go up just over 5%. But I mean, we've not really got any big movements on ETH. Sol's obviously been chugging away nicely for a while, but still yet to break out of this local range. So yeah, altcoins are really yet to get moving. So if we do get a Bitcoin push up towards 100k, maybe under 100k, and it starts consolidating again, maybe, you know, altcoins really get a decent push. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, Stonksy's been good. You know, from like 8 o'clock last night, 1 hour went green. That's been brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, this chop has been horrendous, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. And yeah,
this chop has been really bad.
I've enjoyed it myself though, but yeah, you don't want to get the wrong side of it, that's for sure.
Well, it's been so volatile, hasn't it? Like the moves between the range have been very fast and very aggressive. Like, you know, kind of grinding upwards slowly, and then when we have fell off within, you know, 1 or 2 candles very strongly. So it was pretty nasty chop, but yeah, most likely we're out at now unless it gets back in there.
Okay.
So
Dean's on about this article on CSE about altcoins. Do you know what that was at all?
No, but I will have a look in a second. Hang on.
If you want to get it, maybe we can have a look at that and see what it's about. Yeah. Actually got a message off Mr. Delta saying he was trading Sui, and he was quite a few percent up, which sounds good. Oh, by the way, I was on a chat with someone in the Discord last night, and someone was saying, is BLOFIN a bit dodgy because they kept getting liquidated?
Yeah,
with Scamwix, and I asked them what they were trading and what leverage, and they said Sui on 20x leverage. And I kind of pointed out that, you know, if you've got an asset that moves, you know, typically it will move like 7 to 10% in one go, like in just an hour. Then obviously if you're trading with 20x leverage, you only need be a 5% move in the wrong direction, and that will liquidate it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So if you are trading alts and things like that, think very carefully about your leverage, because alts don't move like Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin moves 10%, it's a massive deal. You know, like from where we are now, 96. If that moved 10%, that would be up to 100 and something.
Well, not that far away from the all-time high, are we? We're only 13k.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like a 10% move in Bitcoin would put it up to like 106k or something like that. You know, so
yeah.
A 10% move is a big deal for Bitcoin. So you can get away with fairly high leverage if you're being careful. But with these little, I would say little. I mean, Sui isn't a little altcoin, but it moves violently. You know. And,
yeah, you only have to go and look at it, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and if that moves, as I say, if that moves 5%, you're on 20x leverage, you're done. You know, so be super careful with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have seen that as a bit of a. I don't want to call anyone a newbie, but you know, people who sort of get comfortable with using a bit of leverage, and then they think they'll try it on an altcoin, and they just assume it will move the same as Bitcoin, where it doesn't. It moves. That they can quite often move in ridiculous ways. I only know this because I did the same thing myself. I used to try trading things like DOT on leverage, and and I thought, well, it's not the same as Bitcoin, so I normally do Bitcoin on 10x, so I'll use 5x, and I did that with DOT, and I got liquidated in one day. Even before I'd even thought about where I was going to put the stop loss. Just one little wick and it had gone.
Yeah.
So that's half the reason I don't I don't really trade alts very much. That's why I like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
Me too. I mostly trade Bitcoin unless there's a good opportunity out there. But this is the article that SMFC mentioned. Token graveyard. 1 in 4 crypto tokens have died in 2025 so far. Over 1.8 million crypto tokens have already failed in 2025 with tools like pump fund, fueling meme coin surges and collapses. CoinGecko says 1 in 4 tokens are dead this year alone. So 1.8 million tokens launched since 2021 have failed in Q1 alone. The surge in token deaths follows January's market volatility. Pump fund has obviously fueled these for people to launch meme coins, and pump fund meme coins see a 98% failure rate. So 1.8 million. Pump fund change everything, yeah. So you got pump fund now, haven't you? But you've got pretty much like a pump fund on every single chain, and then you've got variations of pump fund. So obviously, I know Radium's done something for themselves, haven't they? I think there is another one. You've obviously got like Sun. Is it Sun Pump or something like that over on Tron? I think there's one on Base as well. Yeah, so there's one everywhere pretty much. But in 2024, over 3 million tokens were launched, the most in a single year. Crazy. That's in 2024, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty crazy. It's unbelievable how thinly the liquidity is spread across the market now. But we did get another push up on Bitcoin there while we was discussing that. We're up to nearly 96.5k now. So I think probably best going into the 5-minute chart, just to see it keep pumping up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know it? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up.
Anyway, according to Reggie, man, it's all over in 45 minutes.
Why? Because the US Open?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think so. My thoughts for the S&P is we come into here, is what I'm thinking. So we can clean that up a bit. Now, where we come into here is a different question. Maybe we come into just like the lower bound of it. Maybe we even come up and clear the top side of this liquidity towards 5,800. But this is where I'm expecting a pullback from the S&P. I think it carries on going. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? I have no idea. But this is what I'm expecting, which, potentially gives Bitcoin a little bit more room to run. Maybe it doesn't carry on going alongside the S&P, but it maybe makes it stay steady a bit. But yeah, I don't think it's over just yet. Obviously I could be wrong, but would I short here? I will not be interested in shorting here. I would entertain a potential short, maybe the closer it gets to 98k. But yeah, no interest in doing it here. I kind of want to short when it's kind of blew a lot more of the liquidity out. So that's where I'm thinking. Of course, could be wrong, mate. You could be right. We could get US Open and it might dump the hell out of it. But the S&P has just put in the craziest candle, I think, probably in history. If we look at the monthly, look at that for a monthly candle on something like the S&P 500. Unbelievable. It ended up close. It didn't actually close green, but it got so close. It got within a couple of points of closing green, which is unbelievable to think about where we was earlier in the month, isn't it? All the way down here when Bitcoin was at 74k. So yeah, I don't know. We could do anything for me, couldn't we? We could do anything, but I'm sure you would love Bitcoin to go to 98, 99, 100, wouldn't you, mate? Your shorts would be looking on fire. Your longs would be looking on fire then.
Yes, that would be very, very nice. I was having a bit of a nightmare with. Oh gosh, sorry. Right, one of my computers just sort of went off. Right, not this one. I've got an old Intel MacBook from about 2017. And what I do, I use that to sort of look at the stream as if everyone else is looking at it, you know.
Yeah.
Just so I can, because I keep doing that thing where I'm on the wrong tab and all that sort of stuff. So it's to stop me doing that. And the thing just died, but I think it's because the power supply isn't plugged in properly. I'll go and have a fiddle with it in a minute. Anyway, what were you saying?
I'd finished. Crypto Bro said, "Oh, Crypto Bro is also from the Mercedes Center."
What is it? What is it? It's a shop, is it?
I don't know. What is it? Can we get some information on this? But Crypto Bro, I'm guessing, is with Wiz. Reggie Man says, US Open, it always dies at US Open when we have slowly walked up prior to Open. Yeah, well, I suppose we'll see. I'm guessing you'll be voting down then, won't you, mate? Donald Pump says, subscribe. Well, thank you very much, Donald Pump. And that is one strange-looking chicken that you've got there. Yeah.
Was that a chicken?
A chicken in a lemon bikini.
How can you see that?
I can see it very clearly.
What, in the chat?
Yeah. Well, look at if you look in the studio, then you should be able to see because it pulls it up on screen.
Oh yeah, it's much clearer. Yeah.
But we will get the poll out now, so Reggie Man can get his lower voting. Let's let him. So direction on US Open, up, down. Let's go.
Actually, I think he might be right.
Do you reckon? He might. He probably be. Could well be. He could well be. Maybe, maybe we don't. I mean, yeah. Well, anything could happen, couldn't it?
Yeah. But it's gone up pretty rapid, isn't it?
Yeah. Anything could happen. I just got no interest in shorting it just yet. I was
going to ask.
Oh, it's a KOL gathering. The chicken is great. You should try it. Does look tasty. Just a fly on the wall. Oh, well, enjoy, mate. Enjoy. Living it up in Dubai. What's not to like? We do have 46 people watching us. That is great viewership. Big thank you for tuning in today. And of course, let's check the likes. So we got 44, 43. Hey, stop going. Everyone's disappearing. Stop. Stay. But do make sure you take a second to go and drop a like on the stream, please. We're on 26 likes. We could easily get this past 30, maybe even towards 35. Take 2 seconds of your time now to please drop a like.
Right, I've fixed my power problem.
Okay, that's good. When are you a KOL, Dave? I suppose I kind of already am, aren't I? Well, I run like the Stonksy social side of things. Yeah. Maybe I could already class myself as a KOL. I don't know. What do you think, mate?
I forgot what it stands for. I know what it is, but it's a knowledge. No.
Key opinion leader.
That's it. Yeah. Key opinion leader.
Donald Pump. That wig will get filled. I think. I'm guessing you think the wick. At least 50%. So the wick on the SPX. I'm guessing you mean in the monthly. Potentially, yeah. I mean, we could well do. Don't see why not.
I don't know. I've lost track now. What we're we talking about?
He's talking about. Well, I imagine he's talking about the April monthly wick on the SPX to the downside.
Oh, I see.
We potentially do. I mean, if we go and look at the daily chart, we put in a low. I don't even. Would you even class that as a? No, I don't know. That's definitely a high and low. I don't know whether I'd class that as a high, because I suppose technically it may be even classed as a lower high, but then I suppose that's broke there then. So maybe I don't know. Maybe we come down and put in another higher low, or maybe we don't. Maybe we come down and take this out. But I think this area is prime for watching. I think if we come into here, maybe even sweep the top and stay below, I think that is probably where I would imagine it retraces from. Above there, I mean, then you can really just start looking at all-time high, I think. So this is kind of the pinnacle point I think. If it comes, of course, if we get there.
Right. I'm going in. I'm voting.
Go and vote.
Right. I'm voting. And
you're going to vote down, aren't you?
I did vote down. Well, I think
you're voting against your trades, aren't you, mate?
Well, yeah. But I've got that BLOFIN one that I want to load up as well. But
yeah,
I want to
tell you what.
What?
Sean is an absolute legend. He says, listening to you guys sunbathing when I should be painting the decking. Don't tell the wife. Don't worry, mate. Neither of us are a grass. We won't be telling the wife. But that's legendary. Well, why not, mate? Why not? You know, sunbathe now. Too hot, innit? Just tell him it's too hot to paint. Say the paint will melt.
Yeah.
Make up something. Just say it's actually too hot to paint. Just say if you put the paint on the decking now while it's so hot and the sun's on it. That's if the sun's on it. If it's in the shade, you're kind of cooked. But if the sun's on it, just say it's too hot. If I put the paint on now, it'll just dry and crisp up and go crispy, and then just obviously just peel off. Easy, mate. There you go. So there's your reason for sunbathing and not painting the decking. It's too hot, and if you put the paint on, it'll just crisp up and just fall off the decking. You got to wait until it's a bit cooler or in the shade. There you go. And I think that's definitely worth a like on the stream. So if you haven't already, please do all drop a like. And, of course, subscribe. I tell you what, mate. Breaking news. Hang on. Let me get my phone out. Breaking news. And this is breaking news. You ready? Hang on. Bear with. Bear with, everyone. Hang on. Where do I see it? Where do I see it? Where can I bloody see this? Apparently, we're on 1.99k subscribers. So we could be about 9, 8, 7, 6, maybe even 5. I'm trying to find exactly the figure that we're on. It's not showing it on my phone.
If you go onto the actual Stonksy Indicator channel and you go to like the manage my videos bit, you can look at the analytics there, and that gives you a live count. I can't do it myself because I'm not.
Yeah. Does anyone have? Well, I'll tell you what, mate. I'll pop your screen back on and I'll go and check.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. I'll just get something up worth looking at.
Sean said, "Cheers. I'll let her know. Crispy paint is real." That's it, mate. That's it. Just tell her that you found out listening to a video about best way to paint the decking.
Yeah, and if she says, why did you learn that from a crypto channel? You can say, look, those guys talk about everything. They talk about patio heaters.
That's it.
Weird patterns you get on your tongs.
Everything.
Plumbing, tofu, and other vegan alternatives. Yeah, it's all here. Everything you ever want.
Yeah.
We could do marriage counselling.
Right. Oh, no way. We're 2k away. We're 2 away. We're on 998.
Right. Come on. There must be 2 people actually in the chat now who aren't subscribed. Who are you? Is it you, Donald? Is it me? No, I'm subscribed. Come on, there must be someone.
There must be someone who isn't subscribed that can subscribe and get us over the 2k mark. If you aren't, please do go and drop a subscribe, because it would be great to get over that today. But I was expecting us to be more than that. But yeah, literally 2 subscriptions away.
Well, that was in September when it started. So that's 7 months.
Yeah.
Starting from scratch. That's not bad, actually, you know.
Yeah. It's good, isn't it? Oh, SMFC says I'm not sub. Well, there you go, mate. You can be 1999, and then we just need one more.
Why the frick is he not subbed?
I know. Why aren't you subbed?
You're one of us.
Yeah.
Fact,
He's the brain.
can say you're like it's like your channel almost, you know.
No, it's my channel.
All right, okay. Well, I just trying to make him.
It's our channel. It's ours.
I'm trying to make him feel good so that he'd go and sub. And I'm just trying to think, if we get a pullback, where's it going to go to?
Zane says just subbed 2K. There we go. Big up. I have actually just messaged Issa for a graphic, so that's all good.
What, a 2K graphic?
Yeah, thank you for 2,000 subs.
Nice.
So that is all good. But I mean, are we going to go up another $2,000 now on Bitcoin because the Stonksy channel just got to 2,000 subscribers? I would assume so. What a big achievement that is. It's a big achievement, really. It's not hard. It's not easy to grow on YouTube, is it? I think it's quite hard.
I mean, what you need at first is, you need to be answering someone's problem. You know, I mean, for me, it was back in the Elrond days when they launched this like DEX that was so weird, no one knew how to use it, and I didn't know either. So I did loads of videos about how to use this. It was called the MyR DEX, and you know, and because of that, I got loads of like Romanian people who, which is where it's from, who subscribed to my channel to see what I was talking about, really. And to be honest, I didn't really know what I was on about at the time, and it was a bit awkward at times. But it's the only way I learn anything is by actually doing it. So because I got those initial 1,000, which it did take me like, actually that was quite quick. Actually, it was about 6 months, but because I got them, by then you start to get recommended in people's feeds for different things, you know. And then if you branch out from there, you can get more subscribers that way. But I suppose with Stonksy, I mean, it obviously helps having TMG as like the guy who's he used to share it quite a lot when he did live streams himself. So that helped as well, didn't it? But he hasn't done that for ages, so I think this is all our work, or your work, really. You know.
Yeah, it's ours. But yeah, I mean, it does help. I could imagine doing it on your own. Obviously, you've done it. You know, you've been through it, haven't you? You know, you've got to. What are you at now? You're over 8K, aren't you?
Yeah, about it's about 8,100 and something, I think. Yeah, it's but that's taken me a long time. That has, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely not easy. And yeah, you know, big up to anyone that tries to do it, because you just need to be consistent. It's definitely not easy. I'm just getting a drink of water, which is why I'm not on camera, but I will be back on camera. Don't worry, guys. I know you're all missing seeing my face, or what you can see of it anyway. But I think, mate, I don't know. I think maybe this is just me being optimistic, but I kind of think that we're going to leg up on Bitcoin again during this stream. It looks like, if you're a pennant guy, kind of looks like a pennant on the 5-minute time frame there, doesn't it?
What, up here?
Yeah. I tell you what, we broke out of that ascending triangle perfectly, didn't we?
I can't remember where we were looking at it. Were we like on the hourly or something? Oh yeah, it was this one.
I'll tell you what, I'll show you. Hang on, let me remove your screen, swap over to mine dead quick. I'll show you, because I tweeted it out on the Stonksy one. I don't know if I still got it drawn or not. I'll go and... Nope, hang on. Let me see. I should have it still. I think I drawn it on this chart, was it? Yeah, here we go. So there's the... For anyone who likes, you know, patterns and stuff like that. There we go. But me personally, I would just look at that as horizontal resistance rather than this trend line coming up. But that's just me. But yeah, there we go. So we're onwards. Now, maybe we could look at something, you know, where are we potentially going to go next?
I suppose we could come back for a retest of that, couldn't we?
Yeah, so I think, well, if we go to the daily chart, where's it gone? Here. So obviously on the daily, this is where we traded within previously. Obviously, we did have a few wild wicks come out and in and stuff like that. But this is pretty much where we traded, give or take, wherever you want to draw this. Now, what's interesting is obviously we've got this wick here at 99.5, and then obviously this wick just above 100. So depending on where this rally stops, if it stops and comes to a pullback, I mean, we saw what happened last time when we got this rally. Now, this isn't the same because obviously this was going through price discovery. There was no resistance or, coming into previous price action. This was just ripping to new highs, new highs, new highs, new highs. But as you'll see, kind of we come up, consolidation, come up and then rip down a little bit. Now, kind of here we've come up, consolidation, then we're ripping up again. At some point, we are going to correct. Prices can't go up forever and never pull back. The question is, if you're looking to short it, maybe you're not. Maybe you're just looking to hold on to your longs from down here, or just hold your spot bags or whatever. But obviously, if you may be someone that likes to trade each side of the market and long and short, where would we be looking? As you can see, I think maybe you could extend this up to here, because obviously this is originally where supply came into the market around 98.5, 98.6. But I definitely wouldn't rule out a swipe of these wicks. I think you just have to see kind of how price action develops. But if you look, pretty just clearly on the 4 hour there, we are now back within this range. So I think comfortably, we could potentially, like you said, come back for a retest here, hold it as support, and then kind of just have all this to play with, potentially before, if it wants to break towards 100k.
Tell you what, just having a look around at different funding rates and stuff. The funding rate on Bybit is negative.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this might be a good opportunity to get your coin glass thing up and have a look at that, because a negative funding rate implies that there's more people short than long. So could we be seeing a short squeeze?
Yeah. Let's get it up. Let's. I think I've still got it loaded up. I think this is it. We'll go and have a look at the heat map as well. Heat map will be interesting to see. Let's refresh that. Let's hop over to the live stream bit. So we've got 65% of people thinking we're going up on the vote, 26 votes. We've got 40 people watching and 30 likes. Well, 38 people watching now. Please do drop a like if you haven't already. We are getting some great viewership today, so big thank you for joining us. But let's get them likes going and get the algorithm spreading us to more people. Right, let's go and have a look at this. Is this loaded? Yes. So this is the one that we was looking at, wasn't it? The liquidation map. Yeah, as you see here, we've got some big, this is a big chunky piece of liquidity up at 97,229. That's a real big chunky piece.
Wow.
Then it kind of cools down a bit until we get to this one at 98. But the way it's looking, you would assume the market would potentially now just really squeeze through all of this, wouldn't you? Which would take us to kind of 97.5, maybe towards 98.
Yeah. Okay.
If we go and have a look, should we have a look at the heat map? Because I know the heat map was looking interesting before, because I looked at it this morning when I posted it out on the Stonksy Twitter, and there was just, a big old chunk at 96 and above. Let's take a look at that when it loads. If it loads, here we go. Right. Let's go on to symbol. Let's close that out. So, 24 hour. We've obviously had a fresh batch of short liquidity open up at 97. So that kind of ties in also this on the 24 hour time frame with, maybe coming for that big chunk on the other one that we've just looked at. If we go on a 3 day, as you can see here, this is what I was talking about. So we have just swiped that big juicy bit of liquidity, but you can see it's still got some build up here. So I think there's definitely the potential to squeeze higher. Without a doubt, there is the potential. On the weekly, we've kind of started, or obviously cleared through that big chunk, and we still have, some to extend through. I'm interested to look at the monthly. So the monthly, as you can see, because we've ripped up here, it's kind of this. It's showing this big gap here, really, as to not much, which I find kind of surprising, because you can kind of see, you've probably have got a lot of people shorting this, or trying to short this move and stuff. But I would also have thought there's surely tons and tons of longs coming in. But maybe it is just the fact that the market is. I mean, it suggests that obviously on your funding rate that you've just looked at, that the market is still skewed to the short side slightly.
Yeah.
So I mean, this thing looks like it might be ready to pop again. Wonder if we've got any data today. I know we've got NFP tomorrow.
Oh, all right, that's always fun. We've got the ISM manufacturing PMI. What's that?
I don't know what it is, but I know it's red folder.
That's at 3:00.
Right. Yeah, 50 minutes. And then, I mean, this is the big one tomorrow, NFP. This should get... I'm kind of interested, because I think if the market squeezes up today and carries on squeezing up into NFP, I think this potentially has the power to give us kind of a liquidation to the downside like we got yesterday. So if we carry on, squeezing up and, grinding up into tomorrow's NFP, potentially that is the thing, for a liquidation, or maybe even, a local top to be put in before we get some sort of correction. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, mate, I'll ask you this question. And I think this is probably an interesting question for the chat, so do make sure you get your answer into the chat. And we'll use the month. So the month, when do you think we hit a new all-time high?
All right. Right. I actually think September.
September.
Yeah.
Okay. What about everyone else? Get your comments into the chat. What month do you think we hit all-time high in? I think I'm gonna go one more than you and go October.
All right. Okay. Did you just pluck that out your arse, or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so just looking on the Block Pro's notes in Crypto Saving Expert, it's a few days old now, but he was saying with Bitcoin, major resistance at 97.960, 97.9, so pretty much 98.
Yeah.
To 100, with 100 being psychological, and then beyond that 102. Right. So he's actually quite bullish at the moment, I believe. So yeah, he was saying all the support levels he's got are all really low now, like 91.5, 87, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So his his notes on that are a little bit old now. I actually missed his presentation on Monday about Bitcoin, unfortunately, and he's got a habit of not recording them, so I didn't get to see it actually. But they're normally really good. We'll talk on the Monday about what he thinks Bitcoin's going to do in the week, and it's normally very, very good actually.
Yeah.
There's never one clear direction. It's like, if this happens, it might go there, and if that happens, it might go there. But yeah, it's normally very, very good. Cool. Right.
Right. Well, yeah, Block Pro is an insane trader. Really, really good, and obviously huge value to the CSE community. If you aren't in there.
Yeah. Right. Okay. We look at some questions.
Yeah, get your questions in, chat. Get your questions in. There we go. We're going again. We're going again. It's happening again. June 10th of June, final date for ETFs. We like this channel because it's small. I used to watch Crypto Jeb. I've never watched Crypto Banter. But I used to watch Crypto Jeb. I tell you what, Sean, how long have you watched Crypto Jeb for? Do you remember when he used to do the show with that TA Tim? And there was another guy on there. Did you used to watch Crypto Jeb?
I did, yeah. I did.
Yeah. Whatever happened with that? Didn't he try and like take the company off him or something?
I don't really know what happened. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know if I kind of get an impression they did a bit of a bit boy on him, you know.
I think that's what they did, yeah. But I think he just does it on his own now, doesn't he? I've not watched him in ages.
He does, but he's not always on. I actually like him. I think he's quite a nice fellow. You know, he's very sort of wholesome. You know, but he's got a bit of a family now, and he's ever so young. He's only about 23, 24, something like that. And but he's got a bit of a family now, and I think. There's been a few like health problems within his family, so he's a bit occupied with that. But he still does the odd. Video.
Tell you what, I think I would love to get someone like Crypto Jeb on this channel. For like an interview. Maybe me and you could interview him. I think that would be fantastic.
Well, why don't we try and do it? I mean, I think
I'd love to do things like that. Like I think that would be a really good direction to take this channel. Is kind of get people on for the live stream and kind of just interview them while we're watching the Bitcoin price or something. Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be great for growing the channel and all that as well. Yeah, we should have a go. You know, we should try it. You know.
Definitely. Zane says he thinks that 97k we could see a pullback from. Matty, how we doing? Great to see you, Matty. Very well, mate. How are you? Great to see you. Thank you very much for joining. I don't know what this is though. What's the 10th of June final date for ETFs? What ETFs?
I don't know.
Yeah, the massive fallout. Yeah, so do make sure anyway, get your vote in. We will close the poll in a second because we are approaching. We've got 33 votes on it. And do make sure, if you haven't already, do go and drop a like on the stream, please, and subscribe if you are new. But we've got 33 votes, 64% of people thinking we're going up. So we'll end the poll there. Let's close that. Thank you very much for everyone that voted.
Nice. Them other two, by the way, that Tim and what's he called? T Shroom, I think the other one was called, the bald fella. They've got their own channel now. It's called like Investing Bros or something like that. And,
right.
But it's it's just a bit odd. I've watched it a few times, but it's not. It was great when you had Jeb on there because it was quite entertaining and stuff. You know, obviously very nerdy fella, but I think if I met him in real life, I'd like him. You know, it'd be good.
I bet I could imagine him to have a lot of Bitcoins as well.
I think he has. You know.
Yeah, I can imagine him to have a lot of Bitcoins.
I think he was just like buying it like mad when it was super cheap. Also, he I think he was one of the first people to sort of, get his affiliate links out there, for like exchanges. And I mean, I've heard some crazy statistics about that. I mean, I've heard of like some of the original like YouTubers like Carl the Moon and all that. They used to get like, like tens of Bitcoins every day in affiliate commission, back in the day,
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably when Bitcoin was about like, $200 or something. But just imagine that. Just imagine if you had like, I don't know, imagine if you had 1,000 Bitcoin. It's like,
that's all you need, isn't it?
You'd be set for life, wouldn't you? Really? And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Reggie says, "Get BitBoy." I don't think we'd be able to get him, to be honest. Pappy, how we doing? Smash the like. Exactly. Listen to Pappy. Do smash the like button. We are 10 minutes away from US Open, and I am absolutely melting. Wow, it is hot. It is hot. I'm actually melting.
Always seems hotter than I can imagine when you say that. You're not living next to a nuclear power station or something weird like that, are you?
No, definitely not. You couldn't pay me enough to live next to something like that.
Okay.
What's the temperature there? I'll tell you in a second. Hang on. Let's tell you the reported temperature anyway. In this room, it feels like it's about 50 degrees. Feels like it's Dubai in my room. 23. And it definitely feels it when you go outside. It definitely feels it. But I think it's about 40 odd in Dubai at the moment. So it's just insane, isn't it? It's like nearly double. And you think it's hot here.
24, yeah.
All right, mate. Don't flex. Don't flex on me. Having a bit of a flex there, right? Let's run through. See what some other altcoins are doing. Got FET up 5%. Yeah, Euro just doing bits today, just extending its lead. Really powerful move. Sonic up 10% today. Say's up 6%. Say's doing well. Another great Stonksy call there. LDO, IMX, see, got a lot there, up a handful. Inge is doing well, though, up 8%. Good move on Inge. What else have we got that's sticking out? Cars up nearly 6%. What's that there? Arve up 6.5%. Anything else sticking out at us? No, we've got Litecoins up 4%, no, doing decently. Links up 4%. So, yeah, but I mean, the big ones, ETH. Obviously, ETH has broke out of its consolidation here. It's swept that wickers there. I think potentially we've got this. That is a bit troublesome for ETH. But if we clear that, I do think we're probably heading back towards $2,000. If it can get into here and obviously clear above. Until then, I think this maybe, particularly if we move this up, particularly around this bit here, maybe a bit troublesome for it, but we will soon see. And Bitcoin's making another move on the upside. We are pushing higher again. Let's scale down to the 5-minute chart. Look at it go. Go, Bitcoin. Go. It's 26 here. Why is the climb today? I heard something about dollar index. The climb is literally just because we'd had loads of compression. Don't listen to the kind of, obviously, news kind of accelerates where price wants to go, makes it go there faster. But the fact is, literally, we've just compressed in another range for over a week. And then obviously at some point price has to break out. So it broke out. I think we have had some positive news today, haven't we, around some deal or something. But again, it was looking like price was going to break out to the upside anyway, because every time it dipped, it was getting bought up, no matter how aggressive the dip was. So the strength was obvious in the price. So, yeah, any sort of positive news that may have catalyzed this just kind of sped up where price was wanting to go anyway.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about setting a little take profit on one of my Bitcoin ones.
Oh, are you? Oh, you little devil.
I'm just wondering where, though. So I'm like, I don't know. Do you think we'll get to 98k?
I'm looking to short. I'll be honest. I'm looking to short. Not financial advice. Don't follow me on this. I'm looking to short anywhere that gets close to 97.5. Just as kind of, okay, if it's going to turn around, maybe it's from around here. Please don't follow me on that.
Right, I'm just going to follow you on that.
Okay, then.
No, I'm not actually. Now, what I might do is I might take a little bit of profit around there. Oh, it's looking really good, isn't it, though?
Yeah, it's looking strong.
Yeah. 97. Oh, I don't know. 97,777. There you go. I'll just take a little bit. Right.
But yeah, right. Let's get ready for US Open. Wow. 40 temperature here is 40 degrees Celsius, says Cyprian bro. It's interesting that you spelt it with an I there instead of a Y. So am I wrong in saying that you're maybe in Cyprus?
It's probably his name.
Cyprian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it would be Cypriot, wouldn't it? Where are you, Cypriot bro? Let us know what country you're in. Be great to see. I mean, 40 degrees, Jesus. I mean, as long as you're talking about, oh yeah, degrees Celsius, yeah. I was going to say Fahrenheit, that's not very hot at all, really, is it? I don't know, actually. What is Fahrenheit? What would be 40 Fahrenheit in Celsius? It probably wouldn't actually be too much different to what it is now, would it? Oh, no, would it?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what the scale is.
40 Fahrenheit's about 8 or something.
Oh, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want to go back there.
Right.
Back in the trenches, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We'd be back in the trenches.
So where's Matty from? Do we know?
Matty?
Yeah.
I don't know. Matty, where are you from, Matty?
26. 26 is a nice temperature.
Oh, right, okay. Cyprian bro is in Dubai. Very nice, mate. Are you at Token 2049 or just happen to live there? Do make sure, though, if you haven't already, smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. Oh, it's from the Netherlands. I remember you saying that, actually, the other day.
Right.
But, of course, if you do want to get Stonksy, we are still running 20% off. So, obviously, the 5-minute chart's not showing anything in minutes, so that's not the best example. But, obviously, we've got the 1-hour chart still green from yesterday. You can get 20% off. What do you get with Stonksy? Well, you get access to the indicator on TradingView. You also get access to our private Discord server and, of course, the trading bots on BLOFIN. So you can get 20% off if you click the second link in the description. Click start now when you come to the website, and then this monthly option is what you want. So yeah, click the monthly button and then put bot 20 in the checkout box, the discount box at checkout, and then yeah, you get 20% off and you'll get access to everything. You can also pay in crypto if you want. Just click the email address hyperlink and just tell us you want the monthly option with the discount, and we'll sort that out for you. But the benefits of this, where you get to come and try Stonksy, the indicator, get in the Discord and the trading bots for 20% off. And you can treat it as a trial month if you want, because obviously you can cancel anytime. There's no contract, no ties. So do take advantage of that. It'd be great to see you over there. Do you give as good of a sale pitch as me, mate, when you're on your own, or can you not quite get to the salesman levels as me?
No, you're a pro, mate.
I've said it that many times. I've said it that many times, like engraved in my brain. I go to sleep, and I also think about it when I'm later trying to get to sleep. Is BLOFIN, Stonksy, BLOFIN, bot 20. Just going around in my head.
Actually, what it is, I'm not quite sure of the offers at the moment. So obviously I wasn't listening, was I? But yeah. Maybe if you make sure I know what they are, then on Saturday I can shill away.
Yeah.
Is my SWC 10? Does that still work on the annual?
That still works on the annual, yeah.
Oh, that's cool,
yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't mention that, do you?
No, well, yeah, no, because I think probably, would you rather try Stonksy? I suppose maybe. I don't know. Maybe we should. Maybe we should put that in the description as well.
I don't suppose you get many people sign up for the annual straight away.
Not straight away. Not normally. What happens is people try the monthly and then say, right, I'll buy the annual, if that is the case. Shesmu thinks it's going to get those shorts at 103k. See, this is something that I don't understand personally. So he says, I believe the bull run has finally begun. I don't really understand this when people say, oh, we're waiting for the bull run, or when is the bull run coming? Look at the weekly chart. What have we been doing for the past 2 years if we're not in a bull run?
Well, the thing is, it's a bit of a weird one. I mean,
look at it.
I mean, I think you can say that it started January 2023. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when
obviously,
I think.
If you're talking about altcoins, it's a different story. But Bitcoin has been in a bull run for over 2 years. it did nearly a 7x from the bottom to the high. You know, probably did a 7x if you actually measure from the bottom.
Yeah.
We're still currently at a 6x from measuring at this point, January 23. We've been in a bull run for 2 years, in my opinion. Like, look at the chart. That if that's not a bull run, then where are we expecting to go here? Because, yeah. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I just find it interesting when, you know, we like I've seen it recently. If people say, you know, the bull run is coming and stuff like that. Well, what for altcoins? Because what is this if this isn't a bull run? I don't know. So that I just find it interesting. I don't know where people maybe people are expecting it to go to like 300k or something. Which if it does, then yeah, fair enough. I suppose you could say, you know, we're maybe entering the second part of a bull run or whatever. But we have most definitely. I don't think you can deny we have been in a Bitcoin bull run for 3 years.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But we've not quite had those, you know, back in, when was it now? 2021, wasn't it? 2021.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Go on, carry on, mate.
Yeah, back in like 2021 when it went up to the all-time high there. I mean, there were some like days when there were like bloody big candles, you know.
Yeah.
And probably not really. I mean, there was a few of those when Trump got elected, wasn't there? But like,
yeah.
But there was one bit there where it just seemed like it was never ever going to come down.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. I think the difference is, this cycle is that it took so long to get to the previous all-time high, didn't it? Like if you go and look at it, like obviously relative, it took, you know, a lot more steam and a lot more push to get back to the all-time. Oh, not a great chart to use. Obviously relative, it looks kind of similar here, but obviously it's a lot easier to go from like, you know, 4k to here, you know, to go from you know, 3, 4, 5k to 20k, where it's obviously a lot more difficult to go from 15, 16k back up to, you know, 60s. So it took a lot more effort and a lot more time to push it, where here, you know, very little effort and we was already back at the previous all-time high, where obviously it took a lot more money, a lot more effort to push this. You know, we had the whole ETF narrative, we had obviously the ETF launches, and then kind of this blow off. So it just took a lot more while, and then obviously we had this. So it's kind of just been like a cycle of consolidation on it, really. Like it's like pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate. Not really like any sort of, like you're saying, you know, just like continuous eye-watering pump. It's kind of like 1 or 2 weeks pump and then 5 months of consolidation.
Yeah. Anyway, it's doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's probably waiting for that that news, isn't it? What's it called?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
The ISM.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens anyway. I mean, we'll be able to watch that actually, won't we, on stream?
You will, but I'm going to have to leave at 3.
No, that's all right, mate. I can do a few minutes after that while we see what the price does. Shesmu says, love that power bell. Yes, Shesmu. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before as well, so do make sure you drop a thumbs up and do please subscribe. It's great to see you back every day, Shesmu. And that goes for anyone else watching that's new too. Please do drop a like.
Looks like you got a problem with your caps lock, though. It seems to be stuck on.
Loves it. He's feeling extra bullish.
Yeah, that is very bullish.
For altcoins, Bitcoin is 7x. Yeah, but a lot of things won't go back. Like I can't see my personal opinion is DOT never goes anywhere near 52 again. In my opinion, I think it would be lucky to get back towards 20.
Yeah. Well,
is like my opinion. So I think maybe we won't see things really go back to the previous all-time highs. You know, you have like new ones come through. Don't you? Like we've had Sui, obviously had Solana do exceptionally well, but yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe we don't. I don't think we would see something like DOT go back to its all-time highs. Maybe, who knows? I mean, who am I to say no? But I personally, I just can't see it.
Do you want to have a look at your Mag 7?
Yeah, let's see.
Because
Nvidia's opened up 4% plus.
I know.
Oh, whoa! Look at these. We've got some big movements on these. Apple's obviously down a little bit. We've got Meta up 6%. We've got Microsoft up 10. Have these had earnings?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Might have to have a look.
No, I don't think they've had earnings, but Microsoft's up 10%. Tesla's up 1, Amazon up 3, and Google up just under 1. But Microsoft and Meta leading the way there. That's a huge, huge gain. Oh, Bitcoin's had a little bad 5-minute candle there.
Okay.
Reggie Man is so far definitely right.
I was having a look in me trading 212, see what I've got.
Oh yeah, you're gonna sell some stuff off, are you?
Don't know. I've been a bit negative with a few things. I thought I had some Nvidia, but so I'm just looking on my phone. So excuse me.
Right, mate.
Well, I have got Nvidia. Right, I'm £5 up. That's not very good, is it?
Way.
Okay. So I bought Nvidia at can't work it out. Pretty much where we are now. That's yeah. Do we know why that's? Yeah, new AI export rules from the Biden administration may limit Nvidia's H. No, that's not it. So yeah, so Apple. Oh, Apple's up nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but Microsoft has been unreal.
Cool. Right, and I think Mr. Delta, you should be happy with your Sui as well.
I think he said before he closed some of the Sui.
Oh,
I think he said he closed 75% of it. Yeah. Reggie Man says, "Good to see OM still being smashed, motherfuckers." I do fancy that to get a bounce at some point. OM.
Is there any like news about it? I mean,
OM. No,
Yeah.
I just think kind of like at some point probably it will get a scam pump, won't it? Well, it doesn't have to. No, there's no certainty about it at all. But I think probably it would get a pump at some point, maybe.
yeah.
I'm fascinated though to see what happens from here.
What with Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So I'm just contemplating doing something with that little BLOFIN account. I might have missed the dip, unfortunately.
Reckon?
Don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm kind of undecided myself on what might happen from here. Yeah, I don't know.
It's really annoying because I've got to go out at 3 o'clock, and that's when all the excitement happens normally, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm usually just driving to the school at that point.
Loving it, aren't you?
What? The trading?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's my favourite thing in the world, actually, I think. I mean,
it's really good when you're on the right side of it, isn't it? When you get them right, there's nothing better.
Yeah, it's a lovely feeling. It's like, when you get a bill through the door, you think, oh, that's all right, I can afford that,
Yeah.
It's not like, oh God.
Oh, not again.
And Dean saying, have you had a look at oil recently?
I never watch oil, personally.
I don't even know how to find it. What?
When right, it's great. When wrong, sleepless nights. Only if you're taking too much risk.
Yeah.
If you're taking too much risk, then yeah, you're not going to sleep. If you can go to sleep being like, well, if I get stopped out, then I get stopped out. Then you shouldn't really have sleepless nights unless you literally just can't stop thinking about trading. If you just genuinely just can't stop thinking about it, then yeah, I suppose you would maybe have some sleepless nights. But I think as long as you manage, as long as you got your risk managed and you're like, well, if I get stopped out on this, it's fine, just on to the next one. Then you shouldn't really worry too much. Addicted. Reggie man is addicted. You are, mate. You'll end up long in OM again, you.
I think I've got an addiction.
Whoa, that's had a mad 5-minute candle. Look at that. What is wrong with this thing? It keeps doing this on the 5-minute. Look at it.
Oh, Jesus.
Why does it keep doing that on the 5-minute? I think it is slowly coming down towards... If it gets to filling in this wick, I think I will have maybe a little punt there, but it's just going to be a gamble in it, really.
Yeah.
Shouldn't use that word, but pretty much like that's what it would be. Like you're kind of just banking on it, either recovering partially anyway, or not, and you never see your funds again. Are you watching my PC, Dave? Took a sell on oil from 61.60, closed it at 56.25. Oh, very nice, very nice. What's the ticker for oil? I can't remember.
I don't know. What's it actually?
I can't remember. What is the ticker for oil? Anyone in the chat?
Isn't it called like?
I can't remember.
Is it just
CL?
oil?
CL.
Oh, is it?
Or is it CL1? Yeah, crude oil futures. There we go. Why? What's so interesting? Doesn't? Oh, what? Is there some interest in this? Oh wow! Look at that. Yeah, I suppose that is quite interesting, isn't it? I remember when I used to trade oil a bit. As you can see here, there is some random line on it from probably years ago. I used to trade oil back in 2022 and 2023. I used to trade oil, but I haven't looked at it in absolutely ages. So that's what's happened to it since. Very interesting, yeah. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It can't be right, surely. Can you imagine longing oil down like anywhere around here and just holding on to that position into like 2 years? I bet that returns on that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
What's Bitcoin doing? Let's see.
It's dumping, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm just.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Reggie, man, spot on, mate.
Yeah.
Spot on. GG's to Reggie, man. Yes, this is right. This was with the COVID crash. How could it go to -40 though? I don't get it.
Oh no, it did. It was because what it means is you had to pay to store it. So basically, they couldn't even give it away.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. That would have been an insane place to take a long from, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like I was saying the other day. It's like the whole COVID thing. It's like I just wasn't. I didn't have a clue about how to trade anything in those days.
Yeah.
And all I did was like panic and didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But if anything like that happened again, I'd be so on it. I really would.
You would love it, wouldn't you?
I would.
You would throw all your cash in at once, wouldn't you?
I definitely would. Yeah.
What would you throw it into? Bitcoin.
What if
Stocks?
if COVID happened again?
Yeah.
I don't know actually. No, a lot of people talking about gold at the time, weren't they? Which like gold is always good when there's uncertainty in the market.
Yeah.
Which is why it's quite good at the moment, isn't it? Well, why it's amazing at the moment. So, you know, I didn't know how to buy gold then. So, in fact, I don't really know now, to be honest. But it probably would have been Bitcoin actually. I mean, I did own Bitcoin at the time, but all I'd done is saw it go down in value. You know, if I'd have known, I'd have bought more Bitcoin. And I think that's the thing. If you're just, you know, accumulating spot bags, if you buy something and you see it go down in value, and it's only because of the market and not because something's gone wrong, then buy more of it. You know, double down.
Yeah.
And as long as the actual project isn't knackered, you know. So that is the beauty of things like Bitcoin, isn't it? Because there's nothing that can go wrong, really.
No, I suppose in theory, yeah. There is. I suppose the one thing that could really go wrong is, I think maybe, well, I suppose it would depend on how the market would react. But say if, like, Satoshi's wallet, you know, transferred some Bitcoin out of it.
Yeah.
Then that probably is something that it'd be interesting to know, because obviously then the speculation would be wild, wouldn't it? Like, is it Satoshi himself? Has someone got access to his wallets now? Like, what? That would just create like a massive amount of uncertainty, wouldn't it? I think that is probably the one thing, that you could think of that would be like, maybe like it would see some pretty crazy price action, I think.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
But yeah, you'd be loving it as well, wouldn't you then?
Well, I would, because I know what to do now, you know.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't really understand derivative trading. You know, I didn't understand that if you actually own something, you can then use it to make more of it. You know. So, you know, because I had Bitcoin already, you know, when it dumped in value, I could have longed it, but I didn't know how to do that. You know, so
yeah.
But I do now. So obviously, if it happened again, that's what I'd be doing. Mind you, I think every man and his dog would be doing it as well, wouldn't they? So.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
It's still really weird to think about all that, and it's like, you know, it's almost like, did it really happen? You know, were we all locked indoors? And
it's kind of like a blur, isn't it? I think of it as.
I know. But
and it seems like the time that's happened since then has gone really fast. Like, time seemed to go a lot more slowly beforehand than afterwards, I think.
Yeah.
Do you not reckon?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know,
like, if you would say, like, it's been over 5 years since, you just wouldn't believe it, would you?
Yeah. But if you imagine, like, in, you know, 15, 20 years' time, you know, you're talking to, I don't know, your kids or whatever, you're telling them about this time when we all had to stay indoors because of this virus that came from China or something, you know, they think you're talking nonsense. Like, you know, they'd be like, no, that never happened, surely.
Yeah.
It'd be like, you know, when my mum used to talk about, you know, going to school with a gas mask, you know, it'd be like, you know, you think, well, that never happened, surely. And it did, you know.
Yeah, it did, yeah. It was some people's reality, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And there we go. But we are getting some good absorption on Bitcoin on these 5-minute candles. So what do you think, mate? Do you think we're going back up?
Yeah, I just went long, actually.
Did you?
Only a little one. Just that little one on BLOFIN.
Oh, you little devil, you.
my entry wasn't quite as good as it could be. Entry was 96,071.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
Still nearly $200 up.
Yeah. It's not a big one though, so we'll see. Oh, excellent. Well, that was the excitement for today, wasn't it?
No, because at 3:00 we've got this data coming out.
I know, but I'll have gone by.
I don't know how much of an impact this will have. I don't remember ever really there's no memory of me watching this data come out and go, whoa, you know what I mean? Like you get that with NFP, PCE, the first lot of GDP for that quarter. Obviously CPI and stuff like that. I don't really remember any time of having some major reaction to this, but maybe we'll get some, weird 5-minute candle or something on it. I don't know.
Yeah. So the reason...
SMFC's just put something interesting in the chat. He says, the oscillator on Stonksy has just gone dark green on the hour. First time it's been dark green since the 21st of April. Oh, okay. Interesting.
I was thinking about the oscillator the other day, actually, and I was wondering if it's worth looking at these days. Have you got it on your chart or not? Was it?
Yeah, I have. I'll load it up now. Hang on.
Okay.
What was it? The 1 hour, was it? Did he say? Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Hang on.
Right. Okay. Do we know what that is though? Do we know what kind of things it's looking at?
It represents momentum. So
it's like a stochastic or something.
Yeah, but as we can see, normally the color change from into the lighter one is obviously when price starts running in either direction. This kind of shows a follow through momentum, but is it kind of showing that the follow through is done or not? I don't know. I mean, them 5-minute candle formations, I would say suggest that maybe we bounce back up. I don't know. It's showing good absorption in it.
Yeah. The other thing I did was I don't know, for what it's worth. I mean, I just put a fib on that wick. You've got to bet just after midday. I went from that wick there to the wick a few minutes ago, and we actually came down to 786 on the fib. So that's a reasonable level to come down to, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now I've said that, it'll probably just dump even more. But
let us know in the chat though. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Let us know, and girls. What do we think is going to happen next? Maybe it just kind of hangs around for this data.
Yeah, you see, so that fib at the 786 would have been 95,965, which is just below where I entered.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm intrigued by that oscillator thingy there.
Maybe we'll look at it more on stream.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be great to get Dean back on one day, maybe, and just have a little chat about things like that, because I'm quite interested in momentum these days.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't, I was always looking at the trend more than anything, but I've started looking at momentum a lot more now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
it would be interesting. I'm sure it'd be well up for coming back on.
Right, that's come back down again to that level.
What would you do if it just completely shit the bed now?
I would close my trade. But no, I'd close the one I've just opened. With the big ones, I don't know. The big Bybit one, I'd leave that because the entry's so low on that. I don't think we're going to go below 91k in the near future. So
I think if we go back and have a look at 91k, actually, while you just brought that up, obviously, for whatever reason, if we was to fall off from here, I do kind of fancy that because we do have a CME gap down there. I think a lot of people don't really know about that. Obviously, I know we've covered it on stream a few times, but there is still a gap down there, down towards 91.5. But if you actually just focus on the chart and look on the chart, I think this would be a good place for price to come in for a bounce back up. I could definitely see, if this ends up being a top or whatever. I think if price gets, the danger at the moment is if price gets back below, say 95.4, obviously, because then that would be, back into below resistance. Then is that just kind of like a fake out or, clearance of liquidity / trap?
Yeah.
And then, we'd probably then be looking to trade back into the range lows, which would take it maybe back down towards 93. But in an extension, I think this would be a good place for potential bounce around 90. The closure of that CME gap, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I've only ever looked at CME gaps at the weekend. Really, I didn't even realise it shuts in the daytime for a bit.
Yeah, shuts it for an hour. It shuts it for an hour every day.
Okay.
Between, I'll tell you what time. Between 9 and 11. So shuts between 10 and 11. So obviously shuts at 9, after 9:59 at night, and then reopens bang on 11 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's that? That's UK time, is it?
Yeah, for our time, because I've got it set to the right time for us.
So that's the end of New York session, isn't
it? Yeah.
Okay. Which has now become my second favourite time of day, actually.
What, the end of it?
Yeah. I've noticed there's always like some interesting movements in the market. Then
Yeah.
It almost seems to me that sometimes if like the traditional markets have had like a good day, then it does seem almost like people, maybe get their profits and then buy Bitcoin with it.
Yeah.
Or they think, okay, well, I've done my trading for the day now. I've got some money. Let's play crypto for a bit.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. If it's like a bad day. If it's a bad day on the market, on traditional markets, then when it closes, it seems that like crypto suffers a bit because there's no new money hanging around. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. It might be something I've dreamt or something. But I've definitely noticed that kind of time of night, that sort of golden hour, as they call it, like the last hour, is quite interesting. Yeah, maybe I'm just trying to find an excuse to stare at the screen even more.
No, I think you're right, mate. Andy says he's opened a short on virtuals, and Brave says CME still at 91.3 would be awesome to pick up. That then rip up. Lol, you read my mind. So there we go, Brave. It seems like I did. And Scotty says, what's happening at 3 p.m? We do have this piece of data, ISM manufacturing PMI. So it is a red folder, or obviously if you use FX Street like me, just a red impact piece of data. Again, I can't really remember any sort of time of, this created loads of volatility and stuff like that, but it's red impact, so maybe we get some sort of movement from it. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think the way that the S&P kind of looks, it's kind of like rounding off, innit? I think the interesting thing for this is because Microsoft and that have opened so high, do they kind of just drift down throughout the session and kind of close them gaps they've opened? I don't know.
Maybe.
Which then would obviously push the S&P down and maybe push them Bitcoin down with it.
Yeah, I did just sell my Nvidia shares. Yeah.
Did you make your £5?
I made 27 actually, so that'll do. 27 quid.
Very nice.
Very nice. It was a crappy entry, you know. So
is that going to buy you some dinner on the weekend?
Not really. I just stay in the pot really, because that's in my stocks ISA on trading
right.
2.
Here we go. We've got 10 seconds until this data comes out. Let's see if we get any impact at all.
I should really go, but I want to watch this.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it as well. There we go. What are we getting? Anything? Anything? Oh, a little snap back up there. Do you see that? Oh, look at it go. Oh, tell you what, the S&P's like that as well. The S&P like that on that 5-minute candle then.
Right. I'm going to have to go actually. So can I just say goodbye to everyone? Thanks for coming along. I'll leave you with Dave. And when you do leave, shut the door behind you and give the video a like.
Yep. Right, mate. Yeah. Cheers. And obviously catch you for tomorrow's stream.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Thanks all. Bye.
Bye, mate. Bye. And that obviously was the Legend Save of Crypto, my co-host on stream. But yeah, obviously we are getting a little push back up on Bitcoin now following that data release. Interesting. What did we do on the S&P? Kind of similar, snap back up. But was it kind of something and nothing? And then, I don't know, like, are we going to continue down now? Is this... It's interesting. It's definitely interesting for sure. Right. There we go. I am interested to see if we carry on up now today, though. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a sell-off, but you know, only back to prices from a few hours ago. So nothing like particularly major that the price can't overcome if it gets to push back up. Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. I've got my alerts set anyway, so we'll see. I think I'll add a little alert for coming back up here as well. But as it stands, Bitcoin broke out of this range, so we will soon see, won't we? But yeah, big thank you for everyone that joined today. Obviously, appreciate every single one of you. Great viewership as well today. We've had big numbers, so if you do happen to be new, make sure you drop a subscribe. It'd be great to welcome you back every day. And yeah, do drop a like on the stream, please. It is much appreciated if you haven't already. And of course, do check out them links in the description. Sign up to BLOFIN, non-KYC. You get yourself some lovely welcome bonuses as well. Obviously, when you reach the targets for when you sign up to all the usual business. But of course, we are still running the 20% off Stonksy for first-time users. Come and try it for a month. Bot 20 at checkout. Second link in the description to take you to the website. Click start now. And of course, it's the monthly option you want. Click the monthly button here. It'll take you to create your Stonksy account and then go through checkout. Ask for your details that we need. But of course, make sure you click bot 20 into the discount box at checkout to get that 20% off. And yeah, it'd be great to see you over there. You get full access to the indicator, which obviously you can't see at the 5-minute chart at the moment, but I'll pull up on the hourly. The Discord server, and of course the trading bots that we run on BLOFIN. So yeah, it'd be great to see you over there. If you haven't already tried it out, come and try it out for a month. Apart from that, that's everything from us for today. Big thank you for joining. Make sure you come back tomorrow. And until then, take it easy. Bye for now.